Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Squeeze, double. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being lighted a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Switch.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Go on, shoot.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 17 in. Protein fill.
6 guys. Check 6.
Yep. Go. Go get him. Go.
We're going 25 to Mike.
Ready, go.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Kill.
Recon, 132 fight. Nice 7, let's go.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let him know.
Hayward.
Back to throw. Love. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
10. Show it up. Show it up. Hurry. Hurry. Deuce. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, it's Barber.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
I got you, boy. He's coming. Set high.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Move, fellas. Let's go. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. You remember.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Exit. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. "43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll run here with Lindsey. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
64, weak. Strip that ball. Wide. Get wide. Check.
Watch the eyes. Watch out.
Now it's Lindsey. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
We play to win. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rip left, rip left.
Leo.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
All day, dog. Mike's 54.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
3rd and long.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Danny.
Smooth.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown, Jaguars. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Ready up. 44 to Mike. 44. Rabbit.
Here's Lindsey. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the Jaguars.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. 2nd down and inches. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They begin with a run by Fournette. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Lord. 56. Hey. Check 56. Oh, you got D?
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsay with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
On the ready. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey, order. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. Mike 34. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Get it.
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. On 1st down, Lindsey. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 26-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Set 260 out rock. Screen 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready, go.
Now a carry for Lindsey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
80 weapon, 80 weapon.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Mike's 40. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. And he's got his man on the out route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Davis now to return it. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch, twist. Watch. Hey.
Now Leonard Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Yeah, the question is, can this offense step up? The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
42's mark, 42's mark.
Operating from the gun, Love, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game.
It's a foot race. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
This one taken just inside the 10. There he goes left side. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Yep. Here I come. Wahoo. Check 42. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Love. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Blue down. He's 66. Bullet high. Twist.
They're going with Lindsey. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Switch up. Go.
Now back to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Ready?
Me and you all day.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
I got you. Hey, Zoo. Right there. 54, right there. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
You're out. Kill.
They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and an alley to run. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's That's a big play there for the Broncos. 57 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Barber. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Push him back. Mike, hey, high 7. Look, squeeze. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Recon, 132 fighter. Mike 54. Who that? Let's go.
Looking to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Right there, 54. Right. Rock it. Man out. Slam. Shoot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good job. That was a great play. Good job.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give, running right, Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Let's go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Hey, Delta. Hey, lock it. Get it.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Oh, wait, hold everything. And timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Hey, exit.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Watch safety creep, watch safety creep.
Hurry, snap.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, the win moves